Okay, this John Total Flint napping. This is a piece I knocked off. Clean this side out, some of that black. Dover, I call it. I just got back from Tennessee getting loaded Buffalo River Church, and black's my favorite material. I love it more than any of it. I always make some trouble stuff out of black. Used to make commons and lost flakes out of it, man. Wished I had a 50 cents for every lost lake and common I made. Probably the last 50 years out of this stuff. You wouldn't think it'd be any less. No Rex more for, I know 30 years would haul it out there for me. Anyway, we're gonna finish skinning this joker, and I don't know what we're gonna make out of it. We're gonna use Dan Collins' new Indirect percussion tool. I call that everything from a snickle frizz. A snickle frizz is the worstest thing it is, a snickle frizz. It don't get no worse than that. I call it a woolly booger. Now, a woolly booger is just about as bad. Woolly boogers are pretty bad. And I call it a holy smoke pole. And I think I'm going to call it a Vegematic. Because it's like that Vegematic. You just put your rock in there and get at it. It's going to come out something pretty. I'm trying to thin this real thin so I can use it. What I found out, it's just me. If I get something as thin as I can get it with my bopper or whatever, I can save a lot of width on it when I get ready for the Wonder Rod. Indirect percussion tool. Because I start off using it now, I'm not going to run flakes as far and as deep, and I use a lot of width. And my pointer gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And I don't want that. I want to save this baby as wide as I can save it. I sure hope I don't break it. I've been getting on it pretty daggone hard a while ago. Trying to get some of that rind off on that other side. I did a video on spalling the buffalo, and I took a pause and come in and started back and took a pause. And, well, I don't know how to take a pause. I just stopped it and started over. I know how to splice them together. I'm not too bright when it comes to that stuff, but anyway, I thought I picked this piece up, and it was just one piece that was thin and kind of narrow, and I started working it down. And so I'm gonna come here in the shop, sit in my chair, and get my good tools and everything, and so what we can do with it. So here we are. So I didn't video me first starting to work it down. No, my video wasn't on. I'd cut it on and off so much. No, I think I got a call on it, or a text or something. I looked up, it was playing at one time, and I looked up and it quit, and something caused that. There's something you can go to that when you're using your phone, that if you get a call or a text, you won't interfere with it. I don't know and don't care. No one knows. I know too much. Now I can't remember. I can't remember nothing I know because I know too much. I can't remember my birthday. Can't remember what I had for supper. Okay, this is starting to get kind of thin. I got some little areas I'm concerned about, and I'm trying to knock them out. Well, I put that nickel press tool on it. Well, I'm doing one of my last thinning process using this bopper. I kind of like to hold it like this instead of put it on my leg down like this. Boy, I run some good flakes like that off on it. It don't seem like I break as much doing that. I hit on a sharp edge right there. There we go. I thought I messed up. It hinged right there, but that'll come out and I still ain't run the flake across. But I thought I ground it all the way up and I wasn't looking. I must have missed that spot. It could have been kind of low, but it did not get any grinding. When I hit on it, it just crushed real bad. And I almost hit right there. That didn't get any grinding, man. I'm glad I saw that one I did. I'm gonna come this way on that one. There we go. You sent a little bit right in here. And I think I'm gonna be done for the wonder stick. Man, come on, Tuttle. That didn't thin like I wanted it to. I hit too straight in on it. Didn't hit like that. I drove my flakes in too much. They're stacked in there. Now I gotta try to knock out through that mess. One of them is gonna come across. Run one all the way across. Man, that made a major difference right there. Okay. I'm gonna try it again. If I don't get the rest of it out. Well, that was a good portion of it. I get it out with the Indirect percussion stick. It's real good for doing that. I'm gonna use it, get the rest of it out. All right, y'all bear with me. It takes me a minute to hook this gizmo up. And I don't know if this helps or not, but I'm using, to keep it from hurting the top of my leg, I watered up a piece of paper right here. And I'm setting it right there on that paper. I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me try coming down with this. Just bear with me a minute, we're gonna come down. Yeah, that helped. Anyway, this is some elastic stuff they put around your arm when they take your blood samples in the lab and stuff like that, and kind of neat stuff. I like it. It's just real easy to do. You don't have to worry about a buckle or adjusting, make sure the screw holes line up or anything like that. And I try to make sure when I pull up like this way, there's a tight pull. This thing is flexible. It is pretty flexible. Okay. Now we are ready. So let's get the show on the road. I'm gonna do something real quick. This might be too big to use, but I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna thin the space down some more on this side. There we go. That did good. All right, I'm gonna look up here on the widest part and see what I can do. I'm gonna start on this side here. Okay. I might want to raise this up a little bit more. Might be a little better for y'all. All right, I'm gonna run these about probably an inch. Maybe not quite that far. Yeah, that one about 3/4 of an inch. That one about an inch. All right, now let's do these over here. And you know, the way I'm doing this, I might be at a disadvantage myself. I might be causing something that it was designed for not to work right, wrapping it down this tight and putting newspaper under it and all. But I don't know, but it sure works good for me. I don't know how I could want it to work any better. I mean, you can't beat that. I'm gonna come back over here. I could do this a lot faster using my, show you what I'm talking about, hollow copper bopper for making this platform like this, rather than going down through that pressure plate with that pressure plater. I'm turning this one up pretty good. I'm just showing you I could do it a lot faster. It moves material much faster. But I kind of like making sure I'm accurate. Sometimes I hit way up here and I lose a lot of width of that thing. And by doing it by hand, I'm not losing no width. Getting it right where I want it. I think now we'll run some across the base here. Get right on the end. And I wonder if I hit it with something like this, if it make a difference other than using that, or that's all I've used on it so far. Whoop. I think that ran it a lot further. I think I'm gonna stick to this. Seems like it's longer, and I got more of a whip action when I come down on it. More of a snap on the end of it like a bull whip. Speed. Speed, speed, speed. The faster it goes, the more it's gonna move. Heavier it is, the more it's gonna move. Look at that, all the way down through there. Wow. I'm gonna have to make some clovis points. And when I get that Buffalo River heated, and try fluting with this thing. I've always used a guillotine jig or just hit them by direct percussion. If I don't want the flute to run very far, I use direct percussion like an inch or something like that. But if I want to run a long ways, halfway down or way down, I use that guillotine jig. I might have to try this dude. Look at that. We're gonna knock a low one off here. I'm gonna kind of tap this down some. Kind of put a little convexity right in there. I got some hinges in the middle here. They're screwed up on when I was using that big old copper handle. I got a copper hammer I was using on it when it was a solid rock. It wasn't about probably 2 inches thick in the widest place and maybe half. And I wasn't gonna saw it. It wasn't shaped right to saw. So maybe I can get some plates in one. I got some pretty good plates in this one centerpiece right here, so I'm happy. I'm happy just with this piece here out of it. So anyway, I'm just tapping a little bit off right here. Let it grind good. I'm gonna try to run this here around behind this hinge. I'm gonna try to hit and make it curve. And this is the way you do that. Get this way. Went right through there and almost went a quarter of the way around it. To be honest with you, I'm not that accurate with that long thing. I'm just using that short one. And I didn't even hit it solid with it. I might have went all the way if I'd hit it solid. I don't know. We're gonna try it again. See what it does. I'm gonna try hitting straight on top and see if I can take that hinge out. Just like this, hitting straight down like that. That's a good way to break one or to get the hinge out. I took part of the hinge out. All right, here's what's happening. If I get aggravated, it's something I've foolishly messed up, not paying no attention to what I'm doing, got my mind somewhere else, thinking about what a wonderful church service we had this morning, or how good God's been to me, and I mess up, and then I try to correct it. I'm not having no luck. I'm getting aggravated. Best thing for this old boy to do is to leave her be. Ignore it and come back later on. That's what I'm doing with that hinge right there. That one around it, I was hoping I'd knock it out, but hit on top, but it didn't. Most of the time, about 6 or 7% of the time, you hit it on top and knock it out. But it didn't. And I also think it didn't, because I think I hit right there on that hammer instead on that bone part, on this antler. When I was telling you, I just not used to swinging this thing. Been swinging that short one. And went up too high because it's longer. And I really believe it would have come out if I'd have swung with that thing right. I'm trying to do something with point right here. I might break a little of the tip off. No, man, that come out good. I got real satisfied with that. That worked out great. Look how good that's doing. Look at that. Yeah, come on. Come on, man. Ooh, I wished I could sing. Man. I guess the good Lord knew what he was doing when he didn't want me to sing. I guess I'd wasted my whole life singing. If I could sing, he probably knew that. Now I hit again up there high, and look what happened. It didn't do nothing. I got to be thinking about something besides singing and watching what I do. So that little bitty flake that went right there should have run like that one. I'm going to show you exactly what happened. I hit right there with it. Instead of right there like that. Look at that. Man, oh man. Come on, man. Look at that. Boy, I had a, well, I say young man, heck, he's 35, 36. That ain't good. I had 3 kids when I was that age, ready to retire. But he traveled up Tennessee with me, and man, you talking about good help. Boy, he was good help picking them rocks up and loading them up. Anyway, gotta give him a little credit. Hadn't seen him in a while. He moved up on the reservoir in Jackson, living with his grandparents. He's back down here now, visiting with his dad. And so I got him to go help me. I'm going to try to run this one halfway across. I'm going to set it just right. Look. I'm going to hit it. Look at that big percussion flake it knocked out. Man, that's the kind of scar you're going to get right there. And come down there and get that little one. Now watch this. I'm going to isolate this jewel right here. Put my little notch in there. Then we'll come back over here. Raise that edge up some. Let's see what it looks like when I grind it. I think that'll do pretty good. Wow. Now this one's isolated. I did 2 of them at one time. Look at that. Then I'm going to isolate this one over here. I might be getting myself into trouble, because I don't run one as far as I'm running these. I went up with a big old island right in the middle of this gun, a black rock that I can't get rid of. It'd be like a stairway going up. It'd be steps and stacked like bark on a hickory nut tree with hinges. So I'm going to try to change the angle right here and really hit hard. And that seemed to work pretty good. It didn't run as far, but it run far enough to work, and I'm happy. So now we're going to come over here. We'll try the same thing. I don't even know if I'm focused. I need to look up and say, hey, Y'all tell me if I'm not focused or not. All right, here we go right here. Wow. That's what I was worried about. I wasn't going to be able to do it, and I did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My mama thanks you. My daddy thanks you. My little bub Chubby thanks you. And I'm not on anything. I know I'm wound up. I've been in the house, man. I was never left the house for 2 weeks. And last week, first week, I started getting out from being ill. And I'm starting to feel good, and I got a lot of energy and getting my strength back. Got the house blues. Gonna get to heat a bunch of rock tomorrow. Got some spalled eye. Gonna spall some more eye. Gonna come right here. See if I can knock that way. Look at that, knocked it that way so I wouldn't want to thin it without losing my tip. So I hit it the opposite way. So it wouldn't go through and shear my tip off with an overshot. Man, that worked great. Now all I gotta do is come back, and I got a bunch of woolly boogers on this side. And somebody told me that this snickle frizz right here, get these woolly boogers out. I talked in one of my videos, and I might not do it, about the first guy I've seen do indirect percussion. And that was so many years ago, I don't even want to go that far back. And about how everybody laughed at him because he never seen anything done like it before. And he used like a screwdriver and laid it on top of his leg like this, and he put the piece there, and he would have to get it all just right. And that would fall down. He didn't have it tied, so he'd have to get it balanced on there where it wouldn't fall down and hit it. And he did that for a long time. And the guys that use the antlers on them long flexible sticks, they have sticks about this long, and the antler goes under the leg and it comes up like that. That's basically the same thing he would do it. I don't know if they got that idea from that somebody did or what. I have no idea. But his name was Ted Frank. And my friend in Killeen, Texas, they used to have nap-ins at his place, and he don't no more. And he kind of got out of it and quit fooling with it. His name is Dave Crawford, and he had pictures of everything when we had a nap-in, and he had a picture, wasn't real good, but you couldn't see his face or anything, but you could basically see the copper that was flattened like a flathead screwdriver in his lap. And he's been over working with it. If I can think about it, I will put his picture in with this video. I think I can figure out how to do that. I know how to splice videos together, but I don't know about that. Dan Collins, I bet, could tell me. Dan's the man. Better known as Digger Dan, the steam shovel man. Man, I love this thing. It done put the fun back into it. My old wrist and fingers and joints are so sore. And now I don't have to, all I got to do is just a little bit of pressure flaking like this. And I really don't have to do that. I can take a bopper or something and knock these edges up. But sometimes I miss and I lose a little width there because of it. So I ain't doing it on this one. But man, this is nice. Look how that went behind that right there. This is the hinge I was talking about. So on both sides of this thing, it looks like the rock's layered. It really does look like a layered rock there and a layered rock right there. But I know it's not. It just looks like it. Anyway, we're going to get it out of there. sand this way because it looked like that edge had a little overhang. I definitely don't want no overhang on it. So that would take it out if it did. Now I got to come this way and try to come under this thing real good. I ain't doing nothing there. I think I need to go change my angle a little bit. All right. Look at that. Jumped that hinge and went all the way over to there. Now if I can jump it here, what I'm doing, I'm jumping it from the side instead of straight in. Yep, did it again. I'm easing into it. I think I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. This edge here. I'm gonna come right on the side of it right here. Ooh, y'all see what I did then? I hit right there. I'm forgetting about using this long son of a gun. I'm worried about this and got my mind focused there, and I forget about this son of being 2 foot long. I got to hit with that part of it right there. Wow. Wow. All right, I did some fluting on this, and it really looked good on this base. I'm gonna come over here and do the same thing on this side. Stand it up a little bit while I turn it over and tackle that doggone hinge I wanted to forget about. One that made me go work somewhere else for a while. What's on gonna flat? Uncle Spot eye. Okay. I'm gonna come over here on this side and run it up to it as far as I can. That'll weaken it from behind. I'm gonna explain to you what I'm doing in case you ever get in this situation. It might help. Sometimes it helps and sometimes it don't. You don't never know. But what I'm gonna do, there's the hinge. I'm gonna follow that ridge. If it goes right there and stops, it's the low air, so it won't take as much to move out. You see what I'm talking about? And it might come out a lot easier. So we're gonna find out. See what it did? It went right to there. And now we have about not quite a half to move to get past it. About a half an inch, not quite a half an inch, I wouldn't think. I'm gonna really. You hear me talk about I don't like to grind a lot? But a situation like this is when you need to grind a lot. See, I tried to drive that one behind it, but it hinged right there. I don't know why it did that. It didn't go behind it. It just hinged it where it should have went behind it. Maybe see what I'm talking about. It hinged right there instead of going around behind it. So I'm going to try to drive this one around behind it this way. Now that one went behind it. I don't know why that other one didn't. Unless it was already a fracture in there that it followed. I'm going to go with this because I'm going to mess up on my hitting in the bad spot on that thing. I don't want to hit right with this one. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to go up through here, make this thing narrow through here, so I can get a little more convexity built up on it, and get a little more, remove some thickness beside that hinge on the left and right side of it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I was going to hit in here, but I didn't realize that's so thin, there's no need in it. I mean, I'm not conscious of anything. I thought it was kind of thick right now. It really didn't look. Up here's what I need to worry about. And right in here, maybe I can go that with this. Now that shot right behind it. So I'll get on top here and do the same thing. Look at that. It shot right behind it. So now I just have one little edge of hinge right here. And look at that. It's out. I'm going to go ahead and pressure plate this part. And then I'm going to come back and set it up. Yeah, I'm well pleased with the way that did. I lost a good bit of width that I didn't want to lose, but it's wider than if I'd have started out indirect, at least for me. I'm not that good with indirect, start making real thick stuff, trying to thin it that way. This is a learning process for me, indirect. I just know I can thin real fast the way I do it. I'm going all the way up here. This is dipped in here, and I'm trying to balance this out. And also it's going to give me a little mass here that might help me by doing this. Need all the mass I can get. Like right here. That one went right to there. That one didn't go nowhere. I know what I did wrong on it, and I'll show you. And I might not do it wrong, but I'm going to show you what I think I did. It's kind of hard for me to see. I just need reading glasses, and sometimes when I'm down here, I can't. They're not helping none. But I don't think I had enough of this tip up on there. I think I had it right on the edge instead of higher up. I thought I had it higher up like this, where I knock a big chunk out. But I don't think I did, because it didn't knock a big chunk out. Let's try it right here and see. There we go. If I'd have done that, the whole thing would have been over with. I wouldn't have lost another chunk trying to go in there and straighten my hair up. All right, I'm going to put my leather pad on here, and I'm going to get my little bopper, and we'll straighten this thing up just a little bit real fast. That's looking a lot better. I'm straightening some problems out there. Did it twice as fast as I could have done it any other way. Now and then, this is still rough as it can be. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. It's going to be tough to correct my problems and my mistake here, but this is all a learning curve, and that's how you learn. Indirect percussion, or anything else. You shoot a bow and arrow, and the arrows are continually shooting 2 foot to the left, you know something ain't right. Something wrong with something if they continuously do that. You shoot a rifle in your group, shooting 8 inches high continuously, you know something ain't right. Now you gotta change it, or to the left or to the right. Well, this might be as tough as woodpecker lips to change, and woodpecker lips are tough. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to change this or not, but I'm gonna try to run behind this little hinge here and clear all that mess out. And I think I'm gonna go back to Papa John here, big boy, and make sure I remember to hit right there, like that. And that did pretty good, like that. That did even better. That did even better. Okay. I would make this thinner, but it's as narrow as I want it. I don't want it in there. I'm gonna make like a Dalton out of it, so I'm gonna leave it like this. And I don't know if I could make it thinner. When I said that, I wasn't bragging. I was talking about I would try to make it with this thing here. So I'm gonna find another preform. I think I got another preform over here. We'll start another video.